what I've read.
Oh.
Okay. All right, well, we're back.
Well, no, here's the thing. Okay, all right. We've been discussing this off camera, obviously. We missed the thing with 2018. I want you to start with that.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Michael's humanity.
Yes.
And I don't mean humanity as in humanity as like, I mean, is he a human being? Michael's mortality, I suppose, is what I should say. Humanity would be using it for whatever.
Because
it's an English class, folks.
You know what the big thing was? He's 60 years old. How the hell can you...
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to tell you how.
The man feels pain, and I'll tell you how you know he feels pain. I could point to the original movie where, she stabs him, in the neck, he falls back and all that.
Yep.
In this movie, she shoots off his fingers, and there is a very clear "Ugh" when he pulls his hand out.
Yep.
That's pretty much how I would react if you shot my damn fingers off.
Yep. So he felt that, which I know you said you didn't like the fact that they now took off.
I wasn't a huge fan because now you got three-fingered Michael going around.
It's going to get you.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
They grab you like this, and damn it, you're going to get away.
Exactly. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them do something with that.
They might.
Whatever, it's not the end of the world.
I had a quick theory before we jump into kills. I think I know who's driving that truck at the end.
Yeah.
And this does segue into the Halloween Kills comments from us. I think it's Lonnie.
There's no question that it's going to be somebody.
Yeah. It's got to be
from the original movie. So it's either going to be Lonnie or Tommy.
If you look at Tommy in the pictures of the new movie, he looks too clean to be driving a dirty truck like that. Lonnie is from what they tell you so far in Halloween Kills, he's also had a fucked up life.
Yeah.
Lonnie's into drugs, he's into alcohol.
And I think we're going to find out why.
Right. He's been into drugs, he's been into alcohol, and I think he fits the description from the picture of him with the bushy beard and stuff of someone driving that truck. And that's how we're
if Lonnie kind of, because he was out and about during Halloween, we know that there's a flashback scene with Lonnie. What if the story with Lonnie is he kind of watched the whole thing from a distance?
That's very possible.
The whole night. Yeah. He watched Michael carrying the bodies.
Huh?
He watched him. Maybe he lived in the neighborhood.
Because, man, Loomis told him a very valuable lesson
Get your ass away from...
Hey, Lonnie, get your ass away from
And by the way, I think they're going to start... So, the flashback scenes, from what I've read...
Well, you know what? Give me your opening scene.
Okay.
That was
good.
That was
opening scene, I'm going to add to it because I haven't
Halloween
told you
Kills. This is the theory on the opening scene. If you've seen the picture, which I will put up in our video.
There's a picture of Michael standing in front of the house on fire with water. It's actually a little short video from the little thing they released. He's holding an axe. He had clearly just gotten out of the house. Yep. And the water is coming from... It could be a thunderstorm, but I assume it's coming from a firefighters trying to put the fire out, because where the hell else did he get a firefighter's axe? Exactly. Although in Laurie Strode's house...
Maybe that's how he busted
She might have a nuclear weapon.
Maybe that's how he busted up through the floor.
Very well could be.
Saying.
First of all... a really, one of the things that I kind of had a problem with the first movie, with the first ending, is why the hell would she think that was enough? Why would you not wait there until that house, until you saw his body?
And I think a lot of people thought about this too. What if her or her daughter, in a younger age, would have got stuck in that room? There's got to be a way out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's got to be a way out. If you went down there for fear of your life, and we'll say... Yeah. Midway through the 40 years that Michael was locked up, and your daughter's smaller, and you go down there and you lock it all up.
Yeah.
What if that door? What if that opening, the kitchen, whatever the fuck that was, didn't open?
Yeah.
How you gonna get out?
You gotta have
something. There's gotta be a way out for her.
I think he's gonna break his way out. Yeah. But okay, picture this. You're going. It's October of 2020. I don't remember the exact release date. You're in the theater.
October 16th.
October 16th.
That's my birthday, and Halloween Ends comes out the day after my birthday. So happy birthday to me for 2 years in a row.
So you know damn well we're going to be there opening night. I don't care how it works. We're going to figure it out. We're sitting there, opening night, theater. The previews are going. We're seeing all the other cool shit that's coming out. Yeah. Now it's time. Theater lights go dark.
Yes, sir.
Dark screen. Yes. They do the Blumhouse thing. You hear the little bit. And then you hear the opening to Mr. Sandman.
I would love, but a different version of it, though.
Maybe a different version.
Because possibly. You know what I even liked, and we didn't talk about this, too, that damn little song that she sings in the original Halloween, I Wish I Had You All Alone. Mm-hmm. They made a song out of that, and they never released it, but it was so fucking cool,
That's cool.
Just saying. But different.
But anyway, total throwback to Mr. Sandman, and let's cut back to you hear Karen saying, I can't do it, Mom, I can't do it. And we start right there. Bam. She shoots Michael, happy Halloween, the whole thing, bam, they get in the truck, bam, just like that. Then it goes into the Halloween opening, everything else.
Yep.
And then you get through the opening, and it goes back. You hear sirens. Here come the fire department. They're coming. They're putting the fire out. You hear them talking. The police, whoever's there.
Hopefully the sheriff, because I want him to die.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Firefighters are in the house. Ultimately, what ends up happening, Michael busts up through the floor, kills a firefighter, takes his axe, walks right the fuck out of the house, and just lays waste to anybody in his path, and literally walks his ass straight to Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, or wherever he's going. That is the opening that I would do.
Let me just say this real quick. They have said Jason holds the record for most kills overall.
I think it might be in danger.
After these next two movies,
Yeah.
especially Kills,
Yeah.
with a name like Halloween Kills,
Yeah.
I think Jason's in trouble. And I think
Yeah.
John Wick, who isn't a horror movie,
Yeah.
they said has killed more than anyone.
He killed a lot of people in the last movie.
Let's just say this: I think John Wick's in trouble too. Just saying, Michael's going to take.
And I think
number one.
I think that might be part of their goal in this film
I
to
think so
bring
too.
the body count
Yeah.
up.
They said it. Okay, this is the direct quote from James Jude Courtney. Halloween Kills is Halloween on acid.
Yeah.
So
Which is,
it's-
I can't even imagine what that means.
Well, it's not Rob Zombie's version, so
No.
we'll give you that much. You may have had to take some acid to watch those.
Well,
especially
Rob
the
Zombie's version was more like Halloween on
steroids?
crack.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
doing crack.
That is true. That
in the
everybody was
movie.
white trash as fuck. I love
Not
that.
that only white people do crack.
I'm just saying. No, your opening, I love it. But let's talk about these flashback scenes, man.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think that now I know that there is one flashback. I think they're going to be centered around Lonnie particularly.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't do spoilers. I will not do spoilers on this movie, and he won't either.
No, I don't believe in it.
The thing that I did watch a few videos, they are very spoiler free. It doesn't kill anything.
I'm the same
for
thing.
you.
I don't have any spoilers to give.
No, and I won't do it. I don't want to even.
If I accidentally
come
come across something, you're safe
Yeah.
to watch our channel because I won't even.
Nope. I've watched a few videos. I have heard that, and this is not spoiling anything for anyone. It's just a cool bit of information. Some of the movies flashback, some of the movies then.
But I'm so pumped about the flashbacks.
I am happy as shit for the
Yeah.
flashback. Now, let
And
me
that
ask
could be
you
a
this,
mechanism too to slow it down.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it's going to
they
take
say you
place,
get good storytelling on the characters
yes,
and stuff. You know,
I've heard that too,
Which is
yeah.
good. You
And it's
wanna know-
interesting too because that is difficult to
Well,
do, especially
before
with
we-
already established characters.
Before we jump into anything, let's talk about that real quick. You got the. So you got Marion Chambers coming back.
Yeah,
Nurse
I keep
Marion.
forgetting that she's coming
Nancy
back.
Stevens. Okay,
Yeah.
you got Charlie Cypher coming back as Sheriff Brackett,
Yeah.
which is dude's 80 years old. I
Yeah,
think that's great.
He was retired.
Yeah, and
But-
I want to know his story.
Yeah,
Was he still in Haddonfield? Was he just sitting there and going, "Holy fuck! I just saw this on the news, and that bastard's back. I gotta go do
he
something."
looks like he's a security guard at the hospital.
which is
Yeah.
cool though, right?
Totally cool.
You got Kylie Richards coming back
Yep.
as Lindsay Wallace.
Yep.
I mean, come on. Dude.
Yep.
And then you have Tommy, the Tommy Doyle character coming back, played by a totally different
Yeah.
person.
Apparently, Brian Andrews has some issues.
He's a fucking whack job,
He's
they
weird.
say. Yeah.
He's weird. Yeah.
So you got
They
Michael Hall.
did try to get Paul Rudd, and Paul Rudd was all
Yeah,
for
he
it
was doing
until
Ghostbusters.
the
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to have Paul Rudd do it.
I think a lot. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it would have worked
Really,
because that would have. Okay, and I'll tell you why.
Michael. By the way, Michael Anthony Hall is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't do. He's
no,
a
you got the
fantastic
Breakfast
character
Club,
actor,
you
right?
got Weird Science.
Yeah.
Great movies,
Yeah.
especially when he was
So
young.
I mean, if you're one of the people who wanted Paul Rudd,
Yeah.
trust me, you're going to be fine. He's going to
But
do.
let me
He's
tell you
perfect
why
for
I
this
feel
role.
like Paul Rudd wouldn't have worked. Because then I think that would have opened the window to people saying, all right, well then now Halloween 6 is canon now.
Yeah, it's confusing. It's the
Because
same
he
reason
was-
why they're resistant to bring Danielle Harris.
And that's what I was going to say.
And
How
there's nothing
fair-
against
how fair
her.
would it be to bring in Paul Rudd but not
And not
Danielle
her,
Harris? And even in another character aspect.
Yeah, it's
But
confusing.
if Paul Rudd came back, if he was in the movie as Sheriff Brackett's son, it'd be doable.
Yeah,
If he was in the movie as Tommy Doyle, well, now you've opened the door for Halloween 6.
You're right,
You know what I mean?
you're
And
right,
I think
you're
that
right.
wouldn't have worked out.
you're right. And maybe somewhere down the line we could go down that path.
Yeah, and that's absolutely
and
absolutely.
I'm totally for it. I loved Halloween 6.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot about the other character. You got Lonnie, who wasn't even a big part of Halloween. Now he had his parts.
Yeah,
He was a little prick in the movie, obviously.
yeah.
But
His
then
son
you got-
was a prick in the new one.
Right, and that's how that connection comes in now. So you saw his son, and now you find out
Yeah.
now the dad is coming back.
Yeah.
But like you said, these flashback scenes center a lot around Lonnie.
They center a
Which
lot
is
around Lonnie.
Weird
right.
to me, but it's intriguing though. You know?
One more character to bring him back that I do
Oh,
want to point
yeah.
out is Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. That is
Yeah.
a character in the
Yes.
film. It's a character in
Yes.
Halloween 2. I don't care what anybody says. I think that this movie is going to be strongly throwback, which is why I think.
I'm sorry, but why did in my head did I just picture Michael as he's slaughtering, random firefighters? There's one walking with his pickaxe up on his shoulder,
And he bumps into
and
him.
he bumps into him. Yeah,
He
yeah.
goes
Dude,
around.
I think that would be so.
If they
fucking
do
great.
that would be great.
But if it was Lance Warlock, though, how cool would that be?
That would be
Seriously.
cool. And
Just-
maybe
just
they
for
do.
fun.
Maybe they do something like
Just
that.
for fun.
Another
Like-
thing that they should do is there's definitely got to be a nurse that gets the scalpel to the back and lift
Oh,
it up. If they don't do that, I'll be disappointed.
Would you not shit though if like one of the random nurses from like the original was just thrown in there and we didn't? They
There
didn't tell us?
are rumors of other characters
Yeah.
returning. Now, the rumors that I've heard are characters. There are 2 character returns that I've
Wait, you
heard of.
heard there's 2? I've only heard there's 1.
Well, if you listen to, it could easily be something that's lost in communication. I've heard there's a returning character from 2018 that you thought was
Right.
dead that will be back.
And there's only 2 options there. As far as I'm
yes,
concerned.
the
There's only 2
podcast
options.
guy, who's
Yes.
probably the more
Aaron.
likely of the 2.
Yeah, because he was still alive.
Yeah. Very unlikely, but possible that Hawkins
yeah.
somehow survived. But even if he did,
that's
he's
tough,
going to be.
man.
Even if he did, he's going to be probably have to have surgery.
Well,
he's going to
yeah.
be on a ventilator. He's
Okay.
not going to do anything but sit
Here's-
there.
And there's a good point you just brought up. What if one of those 2 characters comes back? They're not going to play a huge role in the movie. They can't
No, what are they going to do?
because let's be honest, Aaron's borderline brain dead probably from being bashed into the wall numerous times.
I mean, if we're going, I work in healthcare, so I can tell you that any kind of
Yeah.
trauma like that we're going to get, we're putting these people on ventilators, we're
Right.
sedating them.
Hawkins was stabbed in the neck.
He was
with
stabbed
a
in the
pin,
neck. He's
and
not
he was
going to
ran over by a car.
So I don't know, but
I
it's
mean-
got to be one of the 2 of them.
There's no other.
Unless maybe the
Who else could
babysitter
you-
survived.
No,
But-
I don't think so.
But I've also heard that another unknown character from the original series will return. Or the original
series as a
movie.
whole, or
Well,
the
some
movie?
people have said the original movie, some people have said original series. Now, this could, again, be a mix-up in communication.
All right, let me tell you something I watched just last night, and I looked at Cassie and said this was very interesting. They were at a horror convention. Now, this might not mean dick, I'm just saying, but they were at a horror convention. And a panel consisted of Nick Castle, James Jude Courtney, the original Judith Myers, and Danielle Harris. I just want to throw that out there.
Her name's been thrown in.
I just
into
want to throw
it.
that out there.
Her name's been thrown out. They said you could do some crazy thing where maybe Lori had a daughter and.
Well, you know what?
can
We
tie
don't know the shit that Lori
We
went through in
don't
those
know.
40
No.
years.
And in Halloween H2O, they considered making those movies canon.
Yeah.
The other theory that I've heard is it could be some obscure character that you've never seen but was in that movie. Paul.
No, that would be kind of cool.
Okay, my girlfriend was murdered.
But would it be John Carpenter, though? Because he was the voice of Paul. I just want to throw that out there. Would it be John walking in like, hey, come pick me up. My parents are gone. Come pick me up, No, I don't know. But yeah, that'd be fun.
It could be. You could be Mr. Riddle, although he'd be 180 years
Man,
old.
Mr. Riddle would
He
be-
already couldn't
man,
do anything.
Right? Poor Mr. Riddle. All you can do is watch. But no, you know what? What's his name? It could be, why can Ben Tramer.
It could be Ben Tramer.
I
It
thought we were gonna
probably
get a Ben
will
Tramer
be Ben
reference.
Tramer because we still don't know who the father is
Right.
of Karen, who
Yes.
Karen's dad is. If I'm putting money on it, it's going to be Ben Tramer.
It would make the most sense.
It would make the
Yeah.
most sense.
Or,
So,
and now, if Halloween 2 was canon, I'd say Jimmy.
or you could really twist it. You could really twist it around and say that in the aftermath of Annie being killed, Lori and Paul got together.
Well,
Maybe
now.
Paul's the dad.
John Carpenter, were you? I'm just saying. I'll tell you what,
No,
though,
but Ben Tramer is a because
I may be getting a little off topic, but I'll tell you what I really want to see too. I want to see the 2 people wheeling Lori into the hospital.
It has to be
Bud
them.
and Jimmy.
Oh, if it
The
if it
original
is,
actors.
that
though,
would be
dude.
awesome.
Tell me how cool that would be, though.
And
Seriously.
you don't even have to reference them; they could just
No.
be extras.
Yeah, you just see it. It's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's them.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love that.
That would be cool.
don't know
And
how
that
far
is
they're-
the kind of thing that they would
Yeah.
do.
I think we got our throwbacks in 2018, and I don't think
Well,
they're going to push the fact. But they might.
There will be throwbacks in this. I don't know if it's going to be to the extent of. I think now we expect it.
Yeah. So, something you said, it was kind of funny, just popped in my head right now. Sheriff Brackett's now the security guard at the hospital.
Yes.
You're thinking, right?
And from what I've
uniform that
seen,
he's
he has a
wearing and stuff,
uniform.
yeah.
He's standing outside the
So
hospital.
he's
yeah.
basically Mr. Garrett now from the original
He is
Halloween
Mr.
2.
Garrett. I
I
forgot
hope he doesn't
about
get the
Mr.
hammer in the
Garrett.
head, though.
No
man.
hammer
Come
right
on.
now.
Yeah, Mr. Garrett, yeah.
Mr. Garrett. I mean, based on the number of kills we're supposed to get, I surely assume that all these people are dead to rights.
Yeah. Well, then there's that one scene too. Well, it's a picture basically Julian's mom because she
The
was dressed
nurse.
like the nurse. Yeah,
The nurse. And how cool is that?
Yeah.
That they did it.
Dude, you saw her in the movie for what, 2 seconds?
That's
and
it.
now she's a
She
character.
was an extra. In the
Yeah.
film. And if you look at that picture, she is firing the gun
Oh, yeah.
in the car. Michael's sitting in the car. He's taking slugs. No
Yeah.
man can take 6 slugs and get up and walk away.
Well, I just got to go back to the opening of Halloween 2.
6 times.
I shot him 6 times. What? I shot him in the... Dude,
Maybe you missed.
this guy, this man, he's not human. Dude,
Maybe you missed. Get in the car.
Dude, that's what Bracken's going to do in this one. Lori's going to pull up all fucked up. Michael tried to kill my mom. What? He's not going to give a shit. He's not, no enthusiasm. What? Like, I don't give a fuck.
He didn't believe him.
No.
I still think that you're. Or what did he say? I still think that you're off. You're off on this. You're missing.
I love what. Do you remember when he's loading the gun too? And he's got the bullet in his mouth. He's just like, "You let him out. Didn't let him out. I didn't let him out."
Damn you for letting him out. Oh, by the way, on Twitter, do you follow the phony sheriff bracket?
No.
Oh,
jeez.
there's every character in the original film.
Oh man.
And they're talking. It's stupid
They do
comedy,
a
but it's
movie and
funny.
shit, like-
It's
okay.
funny.
Okay.
They talk about Valentine's Day. If kids are going to be lined up and down, you're telling me that they're in for a slaughter.
Oh man.
Okay, so flashback scenes. I wanted a flashback scene in the original. I wanted to
did
see
too.
a flashback. I felt like they could have. There was potential there had they done it correctly. Which for a flashback scene of Michael. Okay, he gets shot. He wanders off. You see him in an alley somewhere.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to humanize show that he's a human, he falls over.
Yep.
Maybe apparently in this canon, Loomis did try to kill him. So if you're going to do that, you'd have to figure out a way to have Loomis somehow in
You're
the
gonna have to have
scene.
a
Which
CGI
now you're getting into a challenging.
I'd say either a CGI Loomis and or the back of something that
right
has
now.
that-
Supposedly they have
Yeah.
somebody on their crew that looks exactly like him.
Wow. Okay, well that's
So
easy. Yeah, that's easy.
that
I guess.
they could easily manipulate.
Now,
a
let
little
me ask
bit.
you this: what if that's the part of Hawkins we get right there? What if his character's back?
And it could be,
as the
and
arresting officer?
somebody thought
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
That you see Hawkins in the flashback. Here's what I think's going to happen, at least in one of the flashbacks. By all accounts, there are multiple flashback scenes.
Right, that's what I keep hearing.
From what I do believe that one scene we're going to get, because I hear that there's going to be a scene that starts off. They're going to literally take a scene from 1978
Okay.
and start it, and they said that you won't even notice the transition into the new scene.
Now that's sick.
It is.
Wow.
The scene I think it's going to be is the Lonnie get your ass away from there scene. I think we're going to get that, and it's going to transition into Lonnie immediately after that walking.
Okay.
And he is going to be, there's a scene,
Yeah, his
there's a
friends take
picture,
off on him and
his
all that
friends
shit.
take
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
Lonnie's walking down the road by himself.
Right.
There's a picture online of 1978 Michael standing
Yes.
behind a bush with Lonnie
Yes.
coming towards him. I think we're going to go right into that. Michael's going to step out in front of him.
Yeah.
There's going to be whatever confrontation there is there,
Right.
and that's what you're going to get.
Now let me ask you.
That's
this
just
too.
that's what I think based on the information that I have.
There was a picture going around, and the guy looks like a younger Dick Warlock. I just want whoever this
The guy that
is,
plays the
yeah.
old. Apparently, he does a really good job.
He looks like a younger Dick
Yeah.
Warlock from far away in those pictures, though. Which is, maybe that's
He's
a
a
throwback.
stuntman who played Michael Myers in a fan film.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually
Nice.
read something
Okay.
about that. I
Nice.
forget the name of the film. This is a movie that was done a long time ago as a Jason versus one of those Jason versus Michael fan
okay.
films.
Okay.
He's a stuntman who's done I don't know what movies, but he's a long-time Hollywood stuntman,
Wow.
and he has played Michael before, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's actually really
You know?
cool, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a picture going around, and I'll post this with the video too, if I can find it still, of that whoever this actor is with no mask on. Do you think that was between takes, or do you think that it actually happens?
I think it was between takes.
Because then you have to almost match Tony Moran's look.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
he doesn't look like Tony Moran.
No, he doesn't.
I think it was between takes. I think what you were seeing there was because if you look at where the cameras are, they're down below.
Okay.
I think it was just a situation where you don't need to wear the
Maybe
mask
he
here.
takes the mask off though, and you don't.
You could
see
see it
the
face?
face?
Be a situation where he takes it off
With the cameras being
and
down
you
low
see,
right there.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
you could see the back. I think it's probably more along the lines of they didn't need the mask in the shot, so there's no
Right.
point in making the actor wear a mask.
Right.
Because when they put those masks on, number one, it's hot.
Yeah.
They're shooting in North Carolina or South Carolina.
Yeah.
And when you put them on, it's not like me and you putting a mask on. They
Right.
they fit it
Yeah.
a certain way.
This mask was molded after James Dew Courtney's
Yeah.
head shape.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably more just where the camera was.
I wondered about that.
Yeah, I could be wrong. They could show,
No, hey, you never know.
but that's my theory on it. There is a scene where I assume takes place after Lonnie's got his candy thrown all over the place. I don't know if Michael hits him or what he does,
Right.
but like his shit's all over the place, and the cops are down there. It looks like they're saying, "Where'd he go, kid? Where'd he go?" You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So I think what you're going to see is so we saw Halloween 1978.
Yeah.
We saw what happened from the perspective of Lori, Annie, Linda, Bob, Tommy, and Lindsay, and some of Loomis and Brackett's perspective.
Right.
But you forget that there is an entire town who might have had run-ins with this character, the shape.
Yeah.
Now we know he doesn't kill anybody else.
Well, we don't know that though.
Well, they gave us a body count in
True.
2018, so it would unless.
That's true.
So but maybe that doesn't mean he doesn't stab somebody. That doesn't mean he don't fuck somebody up. You know?
Here's a question I have for you. Do you think Tommy and Lindsay are married at this point? Do you think that's what brings them into this mix?
Possibly. I'm interested to see how. What I think probably happens is there's a news bulletin that this killer Michael Myers escaped. They still don't know where he is. He's on the loose, and these people who experienced this horrible tragedy all these years ago, who were involved in it, are like. I think that what you're going to see is a movie about a mob going after
That makes
Michael
sense.
Myers.
And then that's where like the character...
And that's where the Halloween 4 reference comes in.
Yeah. And then, right, Earl.
Yeah.
Earl and his group of
Yeah.
people. They were the dumbest motherfuckers ever, but yeah.
They shot the wrong guy.
Man, telling you, that was Todd Hollister.
Hollister.
Yeah, well, you fucked up there, didn't you? And then you got your neck ripped out, just saying. That
Yeah.
kind of sucked.
That's
But, okay, so where do you think Nurse Marion fits in? Do you think she's still working at the hospital?
My guess is she works at that would make sense. She works at the hospital. Where Julian's mom fits in. She's pissed off
she's
because
part
her
of that
kid.
mob.
Yeah, she
Right.
took her.
She's-
And I think she's going to be a cop. I just have a feeling she's
It's
a
not
cop.
a bad idea.
Because of the way she's holding that gun. I think
does
she's
have
a
a
cop.
nice- yeah.
Maybe she gets a call like we need all hands on deck
That's
tonight.
true.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's not a bad idea.
You know,
I
so
like
so
that.
you're going to have
Well, because his character comes back too for this. The little boy, he's coming back for this.
yeah,
too.
yeah. So you're going to
Here
have.
comes the winds of hell again, so prepare for that, folks. It's coming.
And it is too. It gets hot in here. But thank
Man.
God that we have a heater.
That's true.
All I'm
It's
saying.
cold outside right now.
I think that you're probably going to get, this. You have the police department, stand down, we got this, versus the mob that says, no, you couldn't do it before. I don't know.
Right.
That's where you get your Halloween 4. And when they said Halloween 4, I got excited because, as you said, I really liked Halloween
I did
4.
too. Yeah.
God, such an
Let me
underrated
ask you
movie.
this now. How much of this movie do you think Laurie Strode's going to be a part of? Because she's
I don't
hurt.
think a lot.
She's hurt.
I don't
let's
think
be
I
honest.
don't think it's going to be a lot. I think that she'll be in the hospital.
And that's where you'll get your Halloween 2 reference.
Yeah, I don't think that it's going to be Michael Myers hunting Laurie in the hospital.
He's going to want to go after her now, though. only
I
because
do
now
think that
she's
he'll end
fucked
up
with him.
there at
Yeah.
the end of the movie, and I think you're going to get another cliffhanger.
They better not. God damn it!
Well-
then we gotta wait a fucking
Well,
year though.
yeah, but the only thing is how do you keep unless he kills her in this? But I thought she was confirmed for Halloween Ends.
She is, but I think Karen goes in this one.
You think Karen dies in this one?
Absolutely, you can't kill the granddaughter because she's gonna have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the granddaughter could possibly be the standard. She's the
Thank
new for after Halloween. If they're going to do
Yes.
more films, she is your new Laurie.
And she's gonna have to become Ends because I think they're gonna finally kill Laurie Strode.
They are going to kill
Karen
Laurie.
goes in this
Laurie
one.
Strode's going to die.
Karen goes in this movie because honestly, her character is terrible. I don't like her at all.
No.
She is.
No.
She's a bitch.
She
I mean, she might have changed her ways now.
She may not be
a
the
few
worst.
hours later.
Yeah. And she's whiny.
Very
and-
whiny.
Uh,
I want her to die. The only cool thing she did as an actress, I'm sorry, was when she was in Cursed and she was a werewolf and she gave the finger and went, oh. That's
But,
close
and
to
here's the
it.
thing,
Just-
but Judy Greer is a good actress.
She
it's
is.
nothing against
She's
her,
not.
and it's the character.
I like
I
it.
do have to say, one of the things in Halloween 2018 that allegedly they fixed is the character development? You don't have a lot of likable characters. Now, allegedly, they fixed that. I don't know how you take a character midstream and fix it.
Well,
but
I think what people didn't like about her was the fact of how shitty she was to the
well,
show.
yeah. Well, plus,
But
you know,
you get
how
it,
do you
though.
not believe? Well, I get it.
You
but,
get it. You know what I
But
mean?
how do you not believe, even in the midst of it, what's happening here?
Right.
This dude got out. The minute she said the bus crashed, Michael is out, should have been red flag.
I almost feel like, and I wonder about this, when Aaron came to her in 2018.
I mean, at least take some minor precautions, like
Absolutely.
stay home
Yeah.
and lock the damn
Okay,
doors.
you may think your mom's crazy, but she did go to those fucked up shit. She's trying to tell you
Right.
that.
And you know it's actually a verifiable fact that
Yeah.
now Michael Myers is on the loose again.
And let's be honest, it paid off for her in 2018.
Yeah.
She played that whole helpless act that she knew
right,
she was
yeah.
doing.
So I do think that you're going to see she's going to be different now.
Right.
So you're like, okay, I was wrong. You were
She's
right.
going to be hurt now too because now not only does she realize that her mom was right for all those years, but then she lost her husband.
Her husband, which isn't a big loss in my
Not
opinion.
at all. Peanut butter on the penis,
Yeah.
blood all over the neck. You're dead. Dude. Yeah, but I think she's going to have more of it, and now even the granddaughter's going to be like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
My grandma
She
made me
lost, now
fucked
she
up, and
lost
she
her
was right.
dad. She lost her one
Right.
friend, even though
So
the dude was
now-
kind of a little sketchy.
Yes. So now you're hurting. Everyone's hurting on different levels, and then you're bringing back people from 40 years ago that you don't know.
Yeah. Winds of hell.
Yeah, they are. You don't know what Tommy Doyle went through. You don't know
Right.
what Lindsay Wallace went through. You don't.
Yes.
Brackett, you know that his daughter was killed, but you didn't get that reaction from him
Right.
until Halloween 2.
Well, here's the thing: if
You know?
Lori is having issues, imagine being what were they, 8-year-old kids? Tommy Doyle and Lindsay Wallace, around 8 years old. Imagine being an 8-year-old kid, and on Halloween night you're being babysitted while your parents are out doing whatever it is that they're
Yeah.
doing, and you see a deranged serial killer break into your house, try to murder your babysitter,
Yes.
maybe try to murder you. You don't know. I mean, come on, they're going to be fucked up too.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna be fucked up. Maybe even worse.
Oh yeah.
Because when you're a kid like that,
That's
and
gonna
that
haunt
shit
you for the rest
happens,
of your life. Yeah.
yeah, how do you ever beat that?
And-
How do you ever overcome that?
They, let's say hypothetically, they are married. They went through that as children. They probably have a kid or two
Yeah.
by now.
Yeah.
They're gonna think just like fucking Lori did, and they're gonna be like
Damn right,
focused on that. Like,
Yeah.
you need to watch yourself.
Yeah.
This is what happened. They may not tell you the
Well,
story.
Lori being in the hospital is gonna kind of be like the mob boss from prison.
Yeah.
Giving orders like,
Yeah.
this is what you gotta do. I think
I mean,
that's
I
gonna be
think
her
she's gonna
role.
hobble her ass out of there.
She
eventually.
might either she'll hobble her ass out of there, or he'll get there after her,
Yeah.
and that's when you'll get your big Halloween
We were
2.
talking about.
She
Tommy.
looks really bloody in the pictures.
Oh, yeah.
So
Bad.
I don't know if she
Bad.
lives or not.
I think. Here's the thing. She signed on for both. I think they're gonna keep her around, but I don't think she's gonna last long in ends. Though. I really don't.
I don't either.
The granddaughter's gonna take over that role.
And it doesn't make sense to keep her around
No.
much longer.
You can't, man.
I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I love the character, but I mean, you do have to have an end point for her, and I don't think it makes sense for her to kill Michael Myers.
No.
I don't think it does.
I don't want to see
think
anybody kill Michael Myers, to be honest
No,
with you. But
no. And I don't think you're going to ever see it. Actually, I've heard this rumor that there's a contract that you can't actually kill him.
the
You
Mustafa Khan said
yeah,
that,
you can't
Yeah.
kill him, so I don't think you're going to see Michael definitively.
I mean, I
die.
don't know if
I mean,
that-
if you could cut his head off and then still make a sequel, he ain't going nowhere.
Well, shit. They asked, what was it, Loomis? Years ago, there was an interview with Loomis, and he said that how many of these movies are going to make? And they said 100.
Yeah, and they will too.
I mean, shit, dude.
It's
We're
a recipe
on-
that works. Yeah.
Was it 11 now? This will be 12 and 13
Yeah.
coming. So I mean,
You know, there'll be. I'm gonna say it now. They'll finish this. Maybe they'll go on and do another reboot. Maybe they'll go on to this. There will probably be another remake someday. Maybe
Yeah.
20 years from now. Maybe 30 years. Maybe 100 years from now.
honestly, I'd say give it about 5 years.
Yeah, they're
strike it
fucking-
while it's hot, dude. You don't want to wait too long. You know, because
No, it does need a break. You do need to take
Yeah.
a break. You know, maybe you're going to do a TV series, which is fine because the Scream TV series didn't quell interest in another Scream film because now they're going to allegedly
what?
going to make another Scream movie.
I liked the first half of the Scream TV show.
The new one or the old one? Because they were literally two stories.
Okay, the
I
newest,
liked both of them.
the newest one that they brought out.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan. I liked that
Really?
they brought the original mask back. That was cool.
Yeah.
But
I did like the old series better.
On the
I agree.
MTV one,
Oh,
I thought it was done
very
really well. I
yeah.
liked the story about the dude,
Yeah. I think
but you never got to. They stopped it.
they stopped it,
Stopped
and
yeah.
I think that it would have been more successful if it wouldn't have been Scream.
Probably just based off that story about
just make it
Yeah.
something else.
Yep.
But anyway, but I mean, yeah, but Halloween. the TV series is probably something that I could see as a potential failure because of that.
Yeah, I mean,
Now maybe even if you go, it's going to all be about Michael Myers, which is probably what most people want to see. Personally, I would like to see what they could do with an anthology. Maybe you throw in a little Michael here and there.
if they don't give you enough backstory in the movies about the characters that they're
Right.
bringing back, why not put them in a TV?
I've heard that allegedly they were considering a deep backstory on Michael's time in the asylum. I don't like that. I don't want to know everything about.
I
Michael.
mean, yeah, I don't really want to know everything either, but that would be kind of.
It would be interesting. So there's a part of me that, like, if you're saying I'm going to tell you the story of Michael, I'm going to go, oh yeah, I want to know.
Right? Yeah, I want to know.
But there's also that part of me that's, oh come on, don't ruin the character now. You know what I mean? Because if I know all of his motives, Michael Myers is either, depending on which way you're looking at him, is either a really interesting character or a really boring character.
I think he's interesting.
I think he's interesting, but you can make the argument that he's boring, he's plain, he doesn't, he's just a killer. Well, there are a lot of killers. There are a lot of more interesting killers. There's Jeffrey Dahmer. It's more interesting. But what makes Michael interesting?
Yes.
And my argument that says no, this is why Michael's interesting, is because you don't know what the fuck he's doing it for, why he's doing it. You don't know what the fuck. Nobody knows.
No.
He's just evil.
Yep.
He is the embodiment of evil.
Yep.
You know, you could, and maybe these other guys are too, but he's just. The fact that he could just sit there and wait, you know what I mean? I don't know.
A lot of weight.
Yeah. So,
I mean, shit.
So when you explain all that away, he becomes bland.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's just a guy who puts on a mask and kills people.
Right.
You know.
All right. So we talked about what we liked about what we've heard about Halloween Kills. Let me ask you this, and I know we have another shit, almost over a year and a half until we get Halloween Ends. And that's the ultimate question. How do you see it ending? We don't. However you want to take it. Is it going to be the end of Michael Myers? Is it going to be the end of the movie series? What have you? Whatever. How do you see it?
Okay.
ending?
Can I ask a favor?
Yes.
Can we do a quick break before we do this? Because
Absolutely.
I might get slightly wrong with it here.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back, and we're going to tell you how we feel Halloween is going to end.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All bad things come to an end. We're all good things.
All good things. Well, yeah, all good things. Because this is a good. Halloween's a good.
Well,
thing.
it's a bad thing if you are a character running away from Michael Myers.
That's
It
true
would be
too.
bad. But it's a good thing if you're
Lonnie,
sitting in
who
the
never
theater.
got his ass away from it. Just saying.
Lonnie never did.
No,
He was warned.
he was.
Listen, people. Listen to Dr. Loomis.
Listen to any old dude that tells
Any old dude with a British
get
accent.
your ass away.
Yeah.
Yeah, get your ass away from there. He's trying to tell you
Get
something.
your ass away from there.
Right. He's not just being an asshole.
No.
He's foreshadowing
Yeah.
it 40 years later.
Although you gotta love the little laugh that he has. When he
Oh, dude, he was so proud of himself, and then Brackett scares the shit out of him. He said, oh. You know, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. You're wasting my time. You know, Brackett was mad. Brackett didn't give a what? So he doesn't care, dude. He
No, he
doesn't
don't give
care.
a shit. He don't give a shit.
Michael's gonna walk up to him. What? He's not
What?
gonna care, dude. He's gonna hammer it in there like Mr. Garrett. We're gonna call him.
Well, we're all tired of one good scare.
What?
What?
All right. So we got our asses away from there.
We got our asses away
But
from
now
it.
we're
We
back.
listened,
And-
but we're back.
I wanted to touch on this before we get into our thoughts on how we feel this is
Yeah.
going to actually end. You know, Halloween ends coming in
All
2021.
good things, unless you're running from Michael Myers and it's a bad thing.
Yes, come to an end. As
Come
you
to
said.
an
I am really pleased about the fact that the people, you lucky bastards, first of all.
Yeah, how do you even
Lucky-
get into? How do you
lucky
roll into
bastards.
that? Like, how do you step into that?
Hey, we're on YouTube. We
Yeah.
talk about Halloween. Send us a fucking invite.
You know, where's mine? That's probably why they won't send us.
But you know what's funny though? A lot of some of the videos that I posted, he said one of his friends went. He was invited. They invited 250 some people.
It doesn't mean you
But they
get
only
in.
took in 50.
You might wait for
Okay.
hours, and people were
Right.
complaining about it. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, they're not there trying to please
He
you.
said
They interviewed people
They
and shit.
took the people that didn't know a lot about Halloween
Yeah,
because they wanted a better review.
yeah, they want to
As opposed to the guy
Yeah.
that had been us standing there wearing Michael Myers
Yeah,
shirts
they
and
would've
said,
told us
no,
hit the road,
get
yeah.
the fuck out. So, okay, I get it. But still, you lucky motherfucker.
Yeah, I do. I still think I want to do a premiere.
Yeah.
The two of us.
Yes.
Because I feel like we didn't get a chance to last time, and we had planned
Let's
on it.
do that for this one.
Let's try to do
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Listen, theaters, don't give us no shit because we'll cut our shit outside in the fucking parking lot. You can't
Yeah.
get shit about it. Just saying.
No.
Unless you want to sponsor.
I was going to say, they're
That's
totally remodeling the theater in Austintown.
Yeah, are they still doing that?
Yeah.
Because I heard that.
For those of you that live in California and don't
Yeah, sorry
care.
about that. Hey, you saw the movie, we didn't. Now we're going to talk about our fucking theater. But no, the one that originally was like the home base of that same company is closing down in Erie. Or not Erie, I'm sorry.
Regal?
But in PA.
Regal?
No, the ones that bought.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't seen
Which is
that.
unfortunate because I was in a couple movies that actually played there.
Yeah.
And they're closing down. They've been open for like, I think it's 12 years. They're closing down. They were a cheaper side theater.
Well, maybe they won't do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of bummed about that. But
Well, nonetheless.
I was really happy to hear the positive reviews.
Yes. All
Let's-
positive.
let's be honest,
Positive
man.
in a way that it's believable.
Yeah. Let's be honest, horror movies do not get positive reviews from anyone lately. Okay?
No.
Siskel and Ebert were the worst too. They did like Halloween, surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
They praised Halloween, but they hated fucking everything else.
I get tired of these critics. Here's the thing. I remember when one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres came out. It was the one they did, and I actually liked the movie for what it was.
Was one of the
It
remakes?
it wasn't one of the remakes. It was the one, not the. I forget the name of it. It was the one that kind of did what Halloween does and just took place right after, years later,
yeah.
and he was. I thought it was a fun movie. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it was the greatest thing ever. But it was a fun movie. Okay, it is what it is.
I didn't like the whole get 'em cousin thing at the end, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Stupid.
yeah.
Leatherface is not your friend.
No, he's not.
not
He's
true.
not. But when he first shows up,
Yeah.
that it was fun,
Yeah.
and the way they recreated the original, I had mixed feelings on because there were characters that didn't exist.
I did like that Bill Moseley ended up playing the. Why can I not think of his name? But the old fella that was in the originals.
Yeah, the dad, right?
Yeah, he ended up kind of playing him. You did have Gunnar Hansen sitting there without the mask, who was
Right.
the original Leatherface.
Right.
You had Jim Dugan, John Dugan, sorry, that was the grandpa. He was playing grandpa
Yeah.
again. That was cool.
Yeah, and they had the
That was
truck
cool.
sitting there
Yeah,
and all
that
that.
was cool.
That was all.
I
good
do
stuff.
like the recreation of the original.
Right, and allegedly they are kind of doing. They're going
It's
back to
coming
that
back
idea.
again.
I'm
Yeah,
excited
it's
about
coming
that,
back
and
again.
we'll talk about that someday.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to do some videos that dive deep into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah, because
world.
you know what?
One of my favorite.
That's one of my.
favorites,
It's Halloween. There's that.
Number
And
two.
then there's
I
that the
agree.
demons, and then there's Fright Night, and it all goes in together.
1 and 2 for me are the exact
Oh,
same.
I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre too.
Yeah.
People hate that movie, but I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
But I remember reading a review from one of these critics, and it was so off the mark because they were comparing it with that La Miserable. I don't even remember what it's called.
Yeah, I know. What you're
I'm
talking
like,
about, yeah.
why would you compare a slasher movie with
That
that?
has nothing to do with no.
Like, you're missing the point. Like, you're
Absolutely.
totally missing the point. And that's
That's-
why
yeah.
I can't stand these critics
No.
and stuff, because what we need is we need more of like what we're doing. We focus on the horror stuff,
Yep.
and I would love to do like our own little horror award show someday.
That'd be
award
great,
award
dude.
show, because I feel like they deserve it.
We'll tell you what we don't like about a movie. We're not going to completely.
No, I'm
shit.
honest.
Now, there's
I'm
some
honest.
movies we have kind of said. "Pfft."
Yeah, but
But-
they deserve to be.
Yes. I can tell you one, Peter Rottentail. Just saying. We've talked about it before. All right. I got to know, man. How is Halloween Ends going to end? How are we going to get the end to this definitive...
I
can't say trilogy because now it's 4 movies.
I don't think you're going to like my answer.
Okay.
I have
But
to
I
guess.
have to agree with
So Laura Strode will be dead
that. She has to be.
between now and then.
I agree.
And I cannot tell you when it's going to happen.
I would say early on in Ends.
Yeah, the
That's only way I can
only
think.
major character other than Michael Myers that will be definitely alive for sure is Allison,
She has to be, yeah.
because she is the one that
They
if
primed her for that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Michael Myers, it's going to be ambiguous.
Yeah. It's got to be.
And I know that's the part that I don't think you're going to like, but
That's okay.
unless you're planning on really ending it,
Right.
which I don't think they're going to do, unless they're planning. So you're not going to like that it's ambiguous, but I don't think you like the alternative.
I feel
either.
like Blumhouse is going to end their story.
Do you think Blumhouse is going to keep it though, or are they going to let it go?
You know, the whole thing with Dimension and Miramax really fucked things up for a long time.
Yeah.
So, if Blumhouse were to get rid of the rights, I hope they would be smart enough to sell it off to someone that's going to do something with it.
There
They're
are some rules, and I don't know how it works with movie rights and character rights and whatnot. But if you don't make a movie within so many years of your previous film,
yeah.
then
It
the
goes
rights
off
goes off, and then people bid on them,
Mm-hmm.
so they could lose the rights to the movie.
Which is sadly what happened with Friday the 13th.
Yes,
Which is why they're having such a hard
it
time.
happened at Halloween.
Yeah.
It happened at Halloween because they were planning on that Halloween Returns, which I still would love to see that revisited
I would too.
someday because
That
I read
was
part
actually-
of the script and it was
you talking
fantastic.
about that, yeah, it was cool.
But you know, they when they scrapped that, they missed a deadline, and for a while the franchise was in limbo. It almost went the route of Friday the 13th without all the legal mumbo jumbo, but we almost didn't get another Halloween movie. I don't think a lot of people really realize that. We came close to not getting these movies. Now, I think it's inevitable that we're going to get another Friday the 13th movie.
Halloween opened that door.
Yeah, and it was inevitable that we were going to get another Halloween movie.
Right.
I do think that if Blumhouse loses the rights, we're going to probably have a dark period.
Yeah.
Which would be okay,
Right after these,
because we've been given a lot,
Yeah.
But we're going to get more. That much I will tell you. Halloween ends is Halloween ends, yes, but Halloween ends.
Halloween ends in Blumhouse's story.
Right.
The four movies in that canon, 78,
Yes.
2018. I
Right.
don't know if we're gonna fast forward a year or two and ends. I wouldn't think so.
No.
I would say we're gonna get 2018.
I think they're
It's gonna
going to
happen a few hours later, and then ends maybe the next day.
at
November 1st, dare I say?
Yeah, at the latest. You can still do it though.
Halloween.
Most of Halloween 2 was shot on November 1st because you
That's
figure
true.
she probably got to the hospital around 10, 11 o'clock.
It had to be. Yeah.
That part of it doesn't. What I do think is going to happen is a lot of Halloween kills is going to be flashbacks.
Yeah.
So you figure an hour and a half, you're probably going to have 20 to 25 minutes of flashbacks.
Can we make the movie over 2 hours? Because I'd be okay with that.
I've actually heard that the movie was longer.
I
So
would
okay,
go
let's say 2 hours. Let's say
Yeah.
you get 2 hours, 20 to 25 minutes of flashbacks. You're stretching it out. You can shoot a 15-minute sequence and not burn up too much time. So yeah, I mean I think that Halloween Ends will at least partially take place on November 1st, which is okay.
Who's gonna make it from kills to ends though, character-wise? Who do you think's gonna make it?
So it looks as though Jamie Lee Curtis will, even if she's not in the best of shape.
Right.
Alice,
Michael's gonna make it.
Allison will make it. Michael will make it. I think everybody else
Is up in the air.
Is up in the air.
I want to say Tommy.
I think
make
maybe one of the original characters might
it.
make it.
Brackett. Let's be honest. The man's 80-some years old.
Brackett
He's
won't
not
make
gonna
it. I don't think that Lindsay will make it based on what I've seen. I think
Yeah.
that they show her in that little snippet that we got in a pretty precarious situation multiple times.
Yeah.
She, number one, when she's in the park with what I assume is her daughter, and then Michael literally has her by the throat. And I know he's missing a couple fingers, but generally speaking, when Michael's got both hands around your throat, you're pretty
You're not
screwed.
gonna make it. Yeah.
So I think
Even if Tommy
Lindsay's.
shows up. Just saying.
Yeah, I think Lindsay's done. I think Tommy might survive. I think
so.
Lonnie could potentially survive.
You know what? It's weird that they're going to take a character like Lonnie, though.
Yeah.
Again, we said it wasn't a huge focal point in the original movie.
Yeah,
Bring him back, and he has potential to be a pretty big fucking character.
huge character, huge character.
We may see his flashback. He may die right after. Who
He
knows?
might, or he could be the one that kills Michael.
Yeah, he
and
could
I
be
say
a big
kills
factor.
as in
Yeah.
in the same way you kill Jason Voorhees.
Right.
You don't actually kill him.
He may be a really big factor in this movie.
Yeah,
which is weird.
So I could see him surviving. The only reason I say Lindsay's not going to make it is
I think
because
his kid gets killed in this one, though.
oh yeah, no doubt.
I think the kid.
They
gets-
they basically said it without saying it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
he
he's
definitely
gone.
does.
He's a goner. Brackett's probably a goner. If for no other reason, he might just die of old age midway through the movie.
What?
Lori is already pretty fucked up. So
Yeah, she had a hell of a night, man.
I don't think she's gonna last much longer.
Let's be honest, she's 60 years old too, and she got thrown off a balcony.
And she got stabbed.
Yeah. So,
I just don't see her surviving.
I feel like she's going to be a tough ass, and she's going to have that big
She'll
moment in the
fight.
movie.
She'll fight.
She's going to have to.
I've already read that. I don't remember if she said something, but somebody said something that her role is a little more limited in this one because she's hurt.
But it makes sense. Though.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be in a hospital bed for a majority of the movie. I do think, as you said, somehow she's going to get up. Whether she gets up and leaves the hospital, I could see a scene where she gets up and says, "I'm out of here."
Oh yeah,
rips her
because
IVs
that's
out.
the character she is.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I can also
It's going to
see
either help or hurt her, though. You know,
Right.
You're already hurt. You're going to battle
Right,
somebody
exactly.
who's ready to fuck you up.
I could also see a scene where Michael Myers shows up in the hospital too,
Yeah.
because we're doing.
We're going to get that
throwback
Halloween 2 aspect.
Yes,
in this
so-
movie. Not the whole movie like
No.
the original Halloween 2. We're
Right.
going to get some of it.
So, in short, yeah, I think the only ones, I think one character from that they're bringing back will survive because you need that supporting character.
Right.
Michael Myers obviously is going to be somebody who you might think they're going. That's where you're going to get your. What happened? Is he dead? Is he not dead? Maybe he takes a gunshot to the chest and he falls and they take him away.
You want to hear a fucked up theory?
Yeah.
What if Michael dies and ends, right? Or kills? And something that you said, I don't know if you said it on camera or not. What if Lonnie was watching all that?
He's all fucked up now. Now he's the killer.
What if he's fucking Michael Myers and ends?
He could.
I don't. That's a fucked
here's
up
a theory.
I'm
Here's
just
another.
saying.
I heard
I'm just
another
saying.
fucked up theory. Oh, the guy that. Of course, this would be really hard to do now because you've seen his face and everything. But one of the theories I heard was, well, what if the guy that was wearing the mask wasn't even Michael? What if it was one of the other escaped mental patients?
You know,
But it wouldn't make sense because
No.
you've seen his face throughout the whole thing.
yeah.
But that was something that somebody threw out there, which was
It's
interesting.
a good theory, though.
Yeah, but you
There's
know,
something else that's really fucked up too, and you said that and it just popped in my head. What if Lonnie's one of them motherfucking people who escaped in that fucking bus
it's
too?
possible.
What if his life was that fucked up?
Yeah,
That his ass ended up in there too.
yeah.
Seriously.
We're gonna find out. I think that it's so interesting to see where we're gonna
It is,
go.
man.
You know, these characters that came from the original movie, you never thought you'd really even ever see again.
No.
I can't wait to see the flashback scenes, man. The mask looks
That's
cool.
what has me really excited is how they're going to do the flashbacks.
And it's not going to be benign. It's not going to be like, oh, he saw Michael Myers. Some shit's going to happen.
Something fucked with that kid.
Yes.
Enough
Right.
for him to come back 40 years later.
And his life has been a mess ever
the,
since.
The drugs, the alcohol,
Yeah.
his son being an asshole.
Yeah.
That
like
all
that
patterned
came from somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
there is definitely something in these flashback scenes that are going to play a pivotal role in this story. And
They wouldn't be doing them if it wasn't.
No,
you
no.
know?
And Carpenter hadn't said shit about it, and you know how he is. He'd have come out and said, no, that's a bad idea.
Which
so.
I want to say, the fact that he's coming back to do the soundtrack makes me even happier.
Oh, yeah, I cannot wait to see what they come up with.
Man, like, the theme for
great.
2018 was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man. So good. And I can't wait to see what they do with this new one.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. They did a great job.
Yes.
I'm thrilled that they're bringing the blue lighting, the darkness back.
I mean, like what you said about that whole scene that we're going to get, and then you're never going to see the transition. That is.
I'm really
nice.
pumped about that because
That
that's
is
not an
nice.
easy thing to do.
No.
Especially when you're taking
No.
film from 1978
Yeah.
and
Yep.
you know. But from what
It's a
I
hell of a
read,
matchup, man.
they said that only true Halloween fans will know when the transition happens.
You're
So
looking at it
let's
right
see
here.
if we can figure
You're
it
looking at
out.
it
But
right here.
yeah.
And if we don't get it, we're going to tell you we didn't get
Yeah.
it. If
Yeah.
we got it, we're going to tell you that too.
Yeah. But I mean, here's the thing: if we don't get it,
Yeah.
and if you're a true Halloween fan and you don't get it,
Right.
you know damn well they did a damn good job at it. And I think that there's a very good chance that that's going to be your scene. It makes sense to me. I have no evidence to support it,
Right.
other than that's what I think, because you see Lonnie is going to be a big part of that. And I mean, I just think of that scene. That would be great. Get your ass away from it. Well, what happened immediately after that?
Yeah.
Well, we're about to find out. When you watch the original Halloween in 1978, you don't think anything of it. But something happened
Yeah.
when those kids ran away from that house.
Yep. And
Something
like you said,
happened.
The friends ran away. Lonnie was by himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something happened in that time.
Yeah, so we're going to find out what happened. And that's where it's cool because you're right. We're getting more of Halloween, the original film. We're getting more of it. And for those of you who crave more of that original movie, you're going to get more. And that is
shit, man.
That is super cool because you're not in my opinion, you're not hurting the integrity of the original movie at all.
No, not at all.
Because you're not refilming anything,
You're
and
getting-
it sounds like based on what it sounds like if they're going instead of going the refilming route, they're just going to use original scene.
Additional stuff that you never thought
So
of.
this is just an extension on what we already know happened. Gives us a little bit more insight and more of an understanding into the characters. This is all going to be character development.
And see, that's another thing that makes me take back what I said about David Gordon Green and Danny McBride and whoever the hell else. Ryan Turk, I think, is part of it too.
Yeah. By the way, he's super cool to the fans, by the
Who
way.
thought to take, as you said, a simple scene of Lonnie being a dick to Tommy,
Yep.
Lonnie getting told by Dr. Loomis get his ass away from there. Hey, let's elaborate on that.
Yeah.
Let's tell you something that happened in that
Yeah.
scene.
What
that you
happened
didn't
after they
fucking
ran?
see. Yeah.
And it makes sense that
You know?
somebody ran into this guy. He was kind of slinking around the
Yeah,
town.
the whole what?
He was
2
out-
day, before Halloween and
Yeah.
then on Halloween day. The man was around Haddonfield.
Right, he's walking around. He's
Yeah.
wearing the mask. He had to stick out like a sore thumb.
He's driving the damn asylum car.
Yeah,
from
the mask.
Yeah. I mean,
By the way, it's hilarious when you watch that scene and he stops and he's wearing the mask and he looks and it's
Right.
like, come on, this is so hilarious,
Right.
you know. But yeah, like, you know, the dude's creepy as shit walking around this
Yeah.
town. Somebody had to be like, what the fuck is his deal? You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely, man.
look at this dude with the mask. You see this dude? You know,
Right. Somebody
like what?
had to
So yeah, I want to know. I want
Right.
to know, like what? Like look at this fucking guy with the white mask. What the fuck's wrong with this guy?
Haddonfield strikes you as that small town
Yeah.
where if something like that's happening, you're going to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Chances
Exactly.
are
yeah,
you're gonna run
yeah,
into that,
right,
you
exactly. Ironically, Haddonfield, where it is in the middle of Los Angeles, California,
Right,
on
Pasadena, yeah.
in one of the busiest sandwiched in between one of the busiest.
Which I just want to throw out there that I'm going to go there one day.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to
Yes,
see the Myers
yes, I
house.
wanna go.
I'm going to see every house that was involved in
Yeah.
that film. I'm going to see the Halloween 2 locations.
I've heard traffic is a bitch, though.
I can only imagine, but I'm going to go to Michael's house.
We're going.
I'm going to find a way to get inside Michael's house. I don't know my story yet, but I'm going to get in there. I want to walk the steps.
I have business here.
Yeah, I have to be. What? So
What?
they're going to say what? All right, we hit you with all that. We're gonna come back. We're not gonna do what we did with the last one. We're not gonna hype ourselves up like we said.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do that. When there's a trailer, we're coming back.
We'll come back with a trailer.
Yeah, when there's a trailer.
In the
we're coming
meantime,
back.
we will talk about other stuff.
Yes,
It's going to be hard.
it's gonna be very hard, but you figure it's February now,
Yeah.
so you're looking at least. Some people say we probably won't get a trailer till Candyman drops, which is in June.
Okay. All right.
So-
Which we don't even have a trailer for Candyman yet.
Right.
So
But that's the next. Well, I don't want to say the next Blumhouse because then they have some Invisible Man.
Invisible Man, which
Yeah,
looks
it actually
super
that looks
cool.
good.
Yeah.
That looks good. But Candyman's their next venture, I believe. After that, so some people think we won't get a trailer until at least Candyman. So you're looking at June.
which is fine.
And I'm okay with
I'm
that.
not in a giant hurry.
Yeah, I'm okay with
they,
that.
you know, I think they were pressured into too many trailers
Yeah.
last time, and it gave a little bit too much away. So
Way too
I'm
much.
fine with waiting. In the meantime, we got plenty to talk about, which
yeah.
we will. We'll do some movie reviews, I'm sure. Whatever.
Yes.
We're not going away
Nope.
for as long. I plan on staying alive this time.
Yes.
So I'm pretty much out of it. I know we have like kids and stuff that we got to go
Oh,
take
yeah.
care of. So,
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah.
but
We will be back though when the trailer drops. As far as our Halloween discussion, we'll be
Yeah.
back when the trailer drops. I think we need to talk about this Leatherface. We need to dig into Texas Chainsaw.
I
Massacre.
think it's time to dig into some Texas Chainsaw. So I think that's
I
what we
agree.
should do next.
So that's what you'll be looking at next, hopefully. So we will see you then.